I'm John Aberle of Aberle Enterprises, and I'm doing a testimonial today for WPX hosting. I wanted to share some of the reasons why I chose them and my level of satisfaction with them. One of the things you'll notice is that sometimes I glance away from the camera, and I'm looking over at my computer screen where I've got my notes to be sure that I cover the items that I wanted to cover in this testimonial. The reasons I chose WPX hosting are that, number one, I wanted to get SSL certificates, and they included them free. Most of all, Shane Mieloff of Thrive Themes gave them a rip-snorting testimonial and documented his research into the load speeds and things like that. And while the speed of site loading is important to me, and WPX hosting sites do load fast, I will be frank with you, I am not a technical kind of person. I like to think of myself as a knowledgeable end user. Speed's important, but it wasn't one of the main criteria I was looking at. How is my experience different from my previous host? Well, I had been on HostGator for years, quite a few years, and I liked the fact that they had unlimited sites, unlimited storage, and to that I'm going to add a caveat, sort of. I discovered after being on HostGator that they stopped doing backups for me because I exceeded some limitation they had on the sites that were on their hosting. And I was very disappointed in the level of support I got when I tried to find out what in the name of heaven they were talking about when they explained that they weren't doing the backups anymore. So normally speaking, with that, the exception of that one item, their support was good, but it wasn't great, and it certainly doesn't compare to the level of support I get from WPX hosting. WPX hosting suggested a couple questions that I answer, and one of them was, did anything surprise me? And the thing that surprised me most was the consistent level of support response I get from them. They are the fastest at giving support of anybody I've dealt with. And the little things that they took care of for me. They gave me help when I transferred over with email issues I had. And they always explained what I needed to do, and oftentimes they would take care of something automatically for me. For instance, recently I had a problem with getting these email messages that there was a problem loading my SSL certificate for a site that I haven't been using. And when I contacted WPX Hosting's support people, I was immediately told that the problem was that I had allowed that particular site's URL to domain name rather to expire. And when I explained that I didn't intend to renew it, Marina took care of it for me, and she not only took care of discontinuing the SSL certificate, so I stopped getting those messages, but she also removed it from my websites that are available to me on WPX hosting. How did the site migration process go? It went smoothly. There were a lot of things that I had to do that I created a checklist for myself to take care of and make sure I did it for each site that I was moving over and all of the emails that I wanted to move over. But generally speaking, they took care of everything that I didn't personally have to. And the emails, for instance, there were a lot of steps that I had to take care of myself, but they took care of the site migrations and helped me with anything that I had a problem with on the email migrations. When I did my part of it, they finished it up for me. Do I recommend WPX hosting? And my answer to that is definitely. I can't imagine anybody giving better service. So let's see. I think that did the loading speed of your websites improve after the migration? And do you enjoy the customized dashboard? Yes, the loading speeds do seem to be faster. Again, I've forewarned you, I do not track that, so I have no numbers to compare it to verify what I'm saying, but subjectively, they seem faster. As to the dashboard, I'll be honest with you, I was used to the kind of dashboard that HostGator uses, and so it took a minor amount of getting used to have gotten rid of what I had been using. On the other hand, the dashboard on WPX hosting is much simpler and, for my purposes, therefore easier to use. Okay, I hope that helped, and thank you very much.